And I'm joined in our studio tonight to give us some perspective of what this all really means for the area and for Pakistan is Amir Hussain, who's conducted research and written papers on the northern area. Good evening to you. Thanks very much indeed for joining us live tonight for News. Ironically, if you look at Gilgit Baltistan, or anyone who's been there says that the roads are pretty good. It has a good educational setup. For example, has a 100% literacy rate. It's well maintained. It has a good tourism industry. Why does it need to be connected to the federal government?
Oh, well, primarily, you see, apart from the political representation, what the local civil society movement has done is a remarkable one. Aga Khan Development Network has been involved in the northern areas to improve the educational status. That is a different question. But the real question for the people of northern areas is to be part of the political process, the mainstream political process of the Pakistani government. Now, the question is, the people of northern areas for the last 62 years have been demanding two options from the government of Pakistan. Option one would be to give them a provincial status, which means they have the chief minister, they have a governor, and they are represented in National Assembly and the Parliament of Pakistan. The second option would be an internal autonomy like the Azad Kashmir government for the people of northern areas. This is very important for in order to build the social capital and also the political capital for the betterment of these people. And in this modern era where there is no representation, it means a lot of things, a lot of question marks for the government of Pakistan and the political thinkers in the region, and intelligentsia always raise questions and concerns about why we have been kept unrepresented for so long.
But as you say, Pakistan is 62 years old. It hasn't happened. The area has been left to its own devices pretty much, apart from those various changes we've seen under Zulfikar Ali Bhutto and Benazir Bhutto. So why make this change now, and how significant is it that it is being done now?
Well, from the perspective of political representation, if you look at this new structure, which is, there is a governor and there is a council which will be represented, which will be, the membership will be from the federal ministers and some of the local ministers. But the real person who is the powerful in all this game is the governor. And someone who is not politically representative, he is not accountable to the local representatives. And the second important thing is that, because the people of northern areas, which now is Gilgit Baltistan, is the real demand is to be represented in the mainstream political process of Pakistan. The reason is that we are living in an international world, a global world, where we have what is going on in Afghanistan, what China is doing, what is going on in India, and what are the American interests in the region. For all this process, people want their own stake in the changing scenario of political dynamics. So they want their own stake. For them to be able to be empowered and have their own stake, they need to be represented in the national politics. That is all about.
And the fact that this actual new order hasn't even done that, this is the third order under a PPP government, they haven't been given representation in the National Assembly. So does this really fall short of giving them the kind of autonomy that the people there want?
Of course, this is, if you look at from administrative side, local commissioner, election commissioner will be appointed, and there will be local public service commission, and but these are not the politically representative models. These are the administrative models. What is actually needed now is because you see, if they, there has been a debate going on because the Pakistani state is in a dilemma. The first thing is that they want to look at the whole scenario, that when a plebiscite takes place in the region, Kashmir, in order to win the broader vote to win the Kashmir, they have to associate northern areas with Kashmir. But that is something very very vague and very obscure future. So What about those people of Indian Kashmir, for example? They have representation. They have representation in their Indian. They are covered by Indian Constitution. If these people of Gilgit Baltistan are covered by Pakistani Constitution, the government will win their loyalties, and people will be loyal to them. And at a stage when there will be a plebiscite is going to take place, the people of Gilgit Baltistan will have definitely a big say in that, and they will support Pakistani government because of their positive role in transforming these people from subject rule to citizenship.
Apart from the name and, as you say, a few changes with the Legislative Assembly, one major welcome addition, as I understand it, is the fact that there is going to be a local court where people can go, so they don't have to travel all the way to Islamabad. How is that going to change people's lives there?
Well, exactly, there is a local court, but you see, again, the justice system is, the local court is not an independent body, independent judicial system. It is very much accountable to a non-representative authority like the governor and a council. So if the local court is independent, it's in financial matters, if it is independent to do justice to the people, it could have been different. But the situation is that it is under one authority, the legal system, the political system, so there has to be, there has to be a balance. You have to strike a balance between there's a judiciary to interpret the laws, there is a legislature to formulate laws. So there is a mutual accountability that is missing, and everything is dependent on one authority. That is the major problem.
Amir Hussain, stay with us. We're going to take a very quick break here on News Eye. After that, we'll be discussing more about the new Gilgit Baltistan and what that means for Pakistan and the rest of the world, of course, because that is also part of the whole Kashmir issue. Stay tuned to News Eye as we break it down for you.